Morning, folks. I'm kind of striking out today. I come up to check my bear bait. The bottom of my barrel fell out pretty much, and it's mostly empty. The butcher didn't have any more meat scraps, so I got nothing to fill it up with. So I gathered up some of the bones that were dragged down the hill and brought it up. And I was going to cut a little firewood, but stupid me, I forgot the saw gas. So I don't know how much is in the tank. I don't think very much. I won't get very much firewood. So I thought I'd take a second and show off one of my favorite toys here. Actually, I shouldn't call them a toy because it is a real gun. This is a reproduction of an 1847 Colt Walker. It's made by CVA. There's a little mark down there. It's hard to see. It's kind of half stamped. But I got this wedding present as I got this as a wedding present back in 1990. So I've had this 30 years. Our 30th wedding anniversary was April 14th. My friends knew Cindy and thought, you know, he just might need to defend himself, so they gave me this Colt Walker. Reproductions sell for probably about $300, a little bit more now. The originals, there was only about 1,100 made, and in 2018, one of them sold for $1,840,000 because there's roughly maybe 100 of them that are still known to be around. Most of them were gone by they were used in the Mexican-American War, and the Texas Rangers used them, and most of them have been lost over the years. So about 1846, Colonel Samuel Walker got a hold of Samuel Colt and asked him to build a handgun that was powerful enough to knock down an enemy's horse, which is kind of a dirty trick, but that puts the rider on foot and makes him more vulnerable. And like I said, this was used for the Mexican-American War and outlaws with the Texas Rangers. For almost 100 years, this was the most powerful United States-made handgun. The Austrians and the British had some that were probably more powerful, but until the 357 Magnum come around, this was king. It holds 60 grains of black powder and a round ball, or you can get a conical ball. It's got a lot of power to it, and it's heavy. The thing weighs 4 pounds, 4 ounces, or 8 ounces, I mean, and because of that, they called these a horse pistol. They were heavier than most people wanted to carry. Some people did wear them on a belt, but more often they were hung over your saddle horn in a pair of pommel holsters on your horse. And later, the Colt Dragoon come along, and it was a little smaller, but it was pretty close to the same size. I've got one of those too. I'll compare that here in a little bit. So I haven't had a chance to shoot this big old gun in a lot of years. It had some broken springs, and Jeremy from over at Leverguns 50 was nice enough to send me the springs I needed to fix it. I've been meaning to shoot it, but I didn't have the balls to do it. Well, what are you thinking? I'm talking about muzzleloader balls. I got them now. I found some in my stuff. So if you've never been around these, the way they load, this plunger here is to ram the ball down into, and it fits into here. So you put it to half cock. If I can get it to stay at half cock. Huh. There we go. Okay, no, that's full cock. Okay, so what you do, I'm just not gonna. These powder flasks, the spout here is replaceable, and you can get one that has the correct amount of powder. It holds the correct amount of powder, so you only have to dump it once. This one's just perfect to hold it for two dumps and it's loaded. What you do is you push your thumb over this little thingy here, this little catch, hold that, tip it upside down, then take your thumb off. And what that does is that fills that little spout with gunpowder. And you dump it in there. This one, like I said, 2 of these is just right for this gun. Like that. Then you put your round ball on top, bring it around to where the plunger goes, and ram it down. That takes a little bit of pressure. Okay, so if you got the right size bullet, it should shave off a little round ring of lead off the edge. And what that does is it sizes the bullet to the barrel. And it seals the cylinder as well. So let me go ahead and I'll do the rest of these and then go from there. Alright, so now we have all the chambers loaded up, and if you left it like that, what can happen is, because there's a gap between your cylinder and your barrel, flames will actually come out the sides when you shoot this. It can jump over to one of these chambers that is not fired, and they can go off too. And so to take care of that, this grease, the same bullet lube that I was using on my 4440s, or Crisco, or they used to use animal tallow of some sort or another to seal the edges of this. So you take some of this stuff and you press it into the chamber mouth, scrape it off like that. And you do that for all 6. Okay, so we got all 6 of these greased up so that we don't have a problem there. Some of you are probably thinking, well, shouldn't load 6. With these you can. They have a small little spur right there, and on the base of your hammer there's a little hole there, and that hole goes into here, and what it does is, instead of being down on a live round, you turn it around until it's on that spur, and then it's locked up and it can't go off because your hammer is not underneath the percussion cap. So speaking of percussion caps, that's the last step of this. Gotta prime it. And to do that, we have these percussion caps. Should say what size they are. I don't see it. I think they're about a number 11, maybe a 10. So what you do with these is you take out one of them. They're just a little copper thing with some primer powder in there. Give it a little bit of a squeeze to make it a little bit oval. And then you put them right onto these nipples here, like that, and that squeeze helps to hold them on. If you don't do that, every now and then one will flop off, or worse, it'll drop down into here and make your gun jam up. So I'll finish doing that here. So because of those broken springs, this is the first time I've fired this for probably 20 years, maybe a little longer. So I have no idea where to hold. That stump over there, I put a beer can I found up here out to shoot at, and let's give this thing a try.
Got it.
Guess I should have quit after the first shot. I missed the rest of them. Can't tell where they're going either. I'll have to get a piece of cardboard or something. Looks like I'm a little bit high on them. They're high and to the left. First one was also, now that I look at it. Well, I don't know. I think I have an axe in the car. I might be able to get some of these out of here. So this stump is actually pretty solid. The wood's pretty good. It went in only just a few inches, but it splattered pretty good. This one is just a single ball. This one's probably a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them, that are glommed together now. But there you have it, the earliest U.S.-made Magnum revolver, 1847 Colt Walker. Okay, I'm back home, and since I only hit that beer can once, I'll see if I can't hit this rabbit that's giving me the moose ears. Gonna aim for its tongue, mainly just figure out just where it's hitting on paper, so I gotta know where to hold. So, see if I can do this and film it at the same time. It's kind of hard to see the screen. Way high. Way high. Well, no wonder I missed it. They're all way high. And that's all of them. So, high and to the left. Got his thumb and I got his ear. Well, anyway, guess I'll have to play with this some more, and it sure is fun to get a chance to shoot it again. And thank you very much for sending me these springs. That was a really nice thing to do. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching.